back to the review. And I'm just doing another little quick deck profile because I've had some interest expressed for that. So this is my Ani-Mayhem deck, and I use the same deck for both the... I like to have one deck for both solo and multiplayer games, something that works on both fronts so I don't have to switch it up every time. And so I've come up with one, and if you look at my solo films, some of the locations may have changed one or two here or there, but for the most part it stayed consistently the same. Alright, so I'm going to run through for you. And if you want a review on how to play the game or walkthrough or some actual matches, I have those videos posted, but we're just going to run through this. Alright, so my four characters, and I'm just going to move these to the side so that we can do this right. Okay, so my four characters, my four starting characters, I should say, are these ones. Alright, so my four starting characters are Goku. He is a 6'5", 335. Then I have Armitage, the promo, and also my Goku's the promo. Then we have Karai. And then last but not least, probably one of the biggest linchpins, is Dr. Tofu. And then of course I do have, with my characters, but not part of the starting four because Super Saiyans are put outside of play, but I do have Super Saiyan Goku. So, and I have 11 combat cards, 2 of each, 3 of another one. I have 3 pummels. I have 2 leg sweeps, 2 stomps, 2 back kicks. They are a 3 attack, draw 1 additional combat card. And then lastly I have 2 shaken ups and add +2 to defense. So there you go. So those are my 11 combat cards. Alright, now to my power cards. I do have a 30 card draw deck. And so here's what I have for my draw deck. I have 2 assisted flights. That's because you can draw 3 flying for 3 turns. Power push, go ahead and move an opposing character or disaster, 1 location any direction. Akuajima, 2 uses, +3 attack, has to go on an android, robot, a cyborg, or battle suit. Then we have reload, refresh the uses for any weapon. I do have 1 assault with intent to kill, that is 1 per deck, and that allows me to go into my opponent's haven, which normally you can't do. Broken back, an opponent, again, so target, you can target a disaster opposing character, but they can't draw combat cards and cannot perform any actions for 1 turn, and no boosts allowed. Wrath of the Eye of God, discard any 1 card in play, and that's errated because originally it was destroy, but there are 2 very different things in this game, so it's actually discard a card in play. And then we have shield. You sacrifice their attack to and pay 3 energy to reduce any damage to a character. So I'll block damage. I have 1 of these over the edge, just flat out discard a disaster, 1 per deck. Also Royal Librarian, I've got 2 of them. That you can go through and pull out 3 cards, 1 goes in your hand, 2 on top of the draw deck. I have Tender Moment, everyone gets +1 charm. I have 2 Who Sows the Wind. It requires chi skill ×2 and 3 energy, but you can have a character or disaster be -5 attack and defense for their entire combat. I have 1 Shenlong, because that is again a 1 per deck, but it has a number of uses. You can go and pull out, most of the time I use it to pull out a card or move a disaster to a location. Interdimensional Teleport allows a character to have 1 of these, allow a character to be able to transport interdimensionally, and also another effect if you have the item, an item. I have 1 Tsunami, and that's been errated. It does require an item to use it, but if you can use it, it's really good because it's a really big spaceship. Vision's Private Jet requires pilot, but it's another vehicle, allows you to move around a lot, 1 of those. 1 Breaking and Entering allows you to get into a location fairly easily with only 1 of the required skills, so you can scavenge very easily. And then I have 3 combat trainings, and they are legal in any particular format to have that many because it does say up to 3 on the card itself. So 3 combat trainings. And then last but not least for the power cards, I have 2 Angel of Mercies. It allows you to get a card back from the dead, a character back from the dead into play, or get 2 cards, other non-character cards back into the draw deck. 2 of those. So there you go. So there's the draw deck. As you noticed, I don't have any extra characters, and that's because I have a 4-character team that's pretty solid in conjunction with these other cards. Alright, so that's the draw deck. Next, we have the locations. And my one haven that I use is Westside City Hospital. And the reason being for that is because this is a really good card. Any character who's blocked just goes here immediately instead of back into your hand, so that saves you a lot of hassle. So there's my haven, Westside City Hospital, one of those. And then my other 7 locations, which again are all only one of because you can't have copy duplicates. But I use Mount Muldoon. Pendulum Training Room allows you to get possible additional permanent bonuses to attack and defense for your characters. Ryoko's Prison Cave. Shinora Hospital. Desert Battleground. Hot Legs. And Unfinished Building. So those are my locations. Next are my items. And let's go. Alright, so for my 11 items, I have Ifurita, I don't know how to say your name, but Ifurita's Power Key Staff, right there. I then have Cynthia, Sexoroid Data Disk, Galaxy Destroyer Remote, Tenchi Master Key. I have 2 Power Gems. I have a Mountain Signpost, 3 Dragon Balls, Siko Katowski, and then finally Group Photo. And so those are my items. Yeah. And then the last part, as I said, are my disasters. Alright, so I have 1 Toma, 1 Battle Mover, 1 Vegeta, 2 Captureds, 1 Dr. Wheelo, 1 7 Lucky Gods Martial Artists, 1 Everyone's After Me. I have 2 of Tomo's Guards, 1 Kagato, 1 Brian J. Mason, 2 Forceful Impacts, 1 Nappa, 1 Raditz, 2 Restricted Areas, 1 Dead Zone, 1 Garlic Jr., 2 Kashimis, 1 Satellite Strike, and finally 2 Falling Debris. And that's it for my disasters. And so I have 25 disasters. Alright, but that's it. That's my deck. So let me put it all back here for you to look. But again, that's my Ani-Mayhem deck, and that's all of it. So it's a good deck. It's a solid deck. It's one I enjoy quite a bit. That allows me to do a lot in terms of just a lot of effective gameplay and being able to get through disasters and also have a lot of good... Sorry. Allows me to get through disasters pretty easy and allows also for a lot of opposition for my opponent. So, so there we go. There is my Ani-Mayhem deck. I hope you enjoyed it and continue to view, like, subscribe, and more content for you. So thank you for your viewership, and you have a nice night. Until next time.